listen.
When I was a child, I always wanted to draw on stuff, like on the walls, on my t-shirts. The problem was that I didn't own anything. But today I own walls and t-shirts, so I can do that. Actually, this is not my t-shirt. It's my wife's t-shirt. So I took this opportunity and stole my wife's t-shirt because she's out of town and I want to draw something on it and give to her as a gift, even if she didn't ask for it. But there's one problem. She will be back in 2 hours. So I have to finish this, put it on her desk and hide the camera so I can grab her reaction and show it to you. I don't have much time to waste thinking of ideas, so I decided to do an illustration that I already have the idea, which is this one. Yeah, I will not show you right now because I will spoil the end. But the difference is that I did this illustration using colored pencils, but in order to paint a t-shirt I will have to use something like acrylic markers. So yeah, the process will be very different. Yeah, so I have to be quick. Let's go. I started my process here by doing a sketch with a simple graphite pencil, because this is permanent ink, so let's not draw directly, I'm not that crazy. So now that I finished this layout, it's time to begin painting. Let's start by painting the trunk. Oh, it's a bonsai tree, by the way. And depending on her reaction, if she liked it, it's possible that other people would like this design. So I put it up for sale using Printful, which is a print-on-demand service where you put your design in the platform and they create the products. It's very cool and easy. I will show you later. So I like to paint around my object first, and then later here I start painting inside. In that way I can maintain the form that I already drew, and it's easier to paint faster in this way. I even do this on digital. So I painted at least the flat colors of my trunk here. But one thing that is different from painting with pencil, I will show you right now. I started with a sketch, then I came with my flat color and painted everything. But the thing that I can do with colored pencils that I can't with acrylic markers is this, layering. So you can see that here I layered a bunch of different colors. 3 shades of this purplish blue, and I added black in the end. I will try to do something reminiscent of that using acrylic markers and try to create some shading, but it will be much more limited than what I did with colored pencils. Acrylic markers tend to look more like cartoons, as if you were painting an animation cell. Now my favorite part. So I choose 3 shades of orange, so it will create this cool layering effect, as if there's one line of leaves on top of another line of leaves on top of another line of leaves. So when I start layering darker colors, you can see that creates this contrast. And one thing that I started to use more in my illustrations, especially on traditional, is the color black. Even if it seems like the illustration is not asking for black, sometimes adding contrast using black makes the illustration pop out more. I did the exact same technique with the other branches here. And you probably noticed that I'm doing as if the light is coming from above. So my higher leaves will be lighter and the lower leaves will be darker. Okay, I've been talking and drawing here and already 1 hour has gone by. Time to see where she is right now and if I will have time to finish this. Yeah, I still have 1 hour. Actually a little less than 1 hour because I will have to prepare things and pretend that I was not doing anything. And as you can see in my colored pencil process here, I used the very same technique. It's amazing that this technique worked with both art materials. That usually doesn't happen. The color pencil might have a little more detail, but it's more or less the same. Now it's time for the pot or vase. I don't know how to call it. I will do the same thing, painting around the object first so I can redraw it or ink it first, then I can paint inside. On Printful later, I'm thinking about creating 2 designs, one with colored pencil and one with acrylic markers. Let me know in the comments each one you think it's looking better. As I'm seeing right now, they are looking fairly different. One of the reasons is that I'm using similar colors in both art process, but they are not exactly the same. So I made a few choices along the way. As I imagine here, as you can see in the color pencil version, I can keep building and adding more layers, which is something you can't do so much with acrylic markers. But that doesn't mean that one is better than the other. With color pencils, you can add more realism, but that doesn't mean better. Sometimes you want something cartoonish. My style is very cartoonish, so I often prefer techniques like I'm using with acrylic markers. But that's just taste. I still have to paint the details, and now it's... oof. I have only 20 minutes remaining. Okay, let's finish the details very quickly here. I'm adding black to create these curves in my tree, to draw the shape of the bark, and I will also use a lighter shade of blue to create highlights. On the branches I used neon orange to create these little leaves that act as highlights, and the cool thing is that they react to light. Okay, so here it is, right on the dot. We still have 10 minutes, which is the time I have to organize everything and put it on her desk and wait when she gets here. Okay, she did not look at her desk. She also didn't saw the t-shirt, she went directly to the bathroom. So I will keep the camera hidden in there and let's leave to fate to decide when she sees it.
And now for something completely different.
Que você fez? Mas, Lucas... Ah, amor, eu tô de pijama! Que legal! Que demais! E tem fixador...
Yeah, that was a great reaction, but she's my wife, so she likes a lot of things that I do, even the dumb things that I do. So I will leave to you, that's impartial. Tell me if this design looks good. Now it's time to put this up for sale. I will go to printful.com and choose the t-shirts here. They have a lot of different products, but today I will do t-shirts. And I took a picture of both my acrylic markers illustration and my colored pencil illustration. And let's load both designs. Once you do that, it's very easy. The platform even gives you some mock-ups that you can use to promote it. And now I just connect with my store. If you don't know what print on demand means, is if someone buys one of these t-shirts, it means that I don't have to make it, I don't have to ship it, I don't have to take care of the transaction. Everything is taken care of by the platform. So you only worry about creating. That's a very good deal because you also don't need to buy anything. Printful only charges you after you make a sale. So that's a very cool way of turning your ideas into physical products and making your art more profitable. I already created these illustrations, so the hard part is done. I know it's the fun part, but it's also the hardest part. Putting up for sale is like 5% of effort when you compare to actually creating the designs. So I encourage every artist to do the same. Okay, so thanks to Printful for sponsoring this video. You can find the link in the description, and you can also find my art course there. So if you enjoy my art style, I have a course teaching exactly that, how to create your art style and how I created my art style. Also, you can join as a member of this channel, which also helps support what I do here. And let me know in the comments, acrylic markers or colored pencil. See you in the next video.